Hi, everybody. Are you ready to learn something new? Good. We're going to talk about something called the SQ3R method of note taking, which you may have heard of before. You're going to refer to this many times as you begin taking notes from your textbook, so let's begin with an explanation. The first part of the SQ3R, the S stands for survey. This is where you look at the chapter, everything in the chapter. You're not reading anything yet, but you're just looking at everything in bold-faced print. You're reading the bold-faced print, looking at the charts, graphs, maps, subheadings, and any questions at the end of the chapter, all to give you an overview of what the chapter's about. Next, the Q stands for question. And the question comes from your first subheading in your chapter. You make a question, turn the chapter subheading into a question, write it in your notebook as you ponder what you're going to be reading about. The next step, which is R, the first R, you will read just that one subheading, not the entire chapter. Stop at the end of that section. Now you're ready for the second R, which stands for recite. It is in this step where you will think about what you read and write it in your own words. Remember, you are not outlining. You are simply answering the question that you made in the subheading in your own words. And that's the most important thing, because that's what you're going to remember when you have it in your own words, not the words of the textbook. When you have completed the process for the first subheading, you're going to go through each of the other subheadings in the chapter doing exactly the same thing. And what you'll have is a brief summary of the chapter in your own words at the end. Now, the idea is your instructor may give you PowerPoints or may give you a lecture on the same topic, and you will simply add that to it, which will be good. And then you're going to use that in the third step, the third R, which is review. That's where you simply look at your notes, reading whatever additional notes your instructor gave you, and see if they make sense to you. If you do this, if you're going to study like this, follow the SQ3R method, you will never fail a test. And I can guarantee you that. So let's try, and we're going to practice something now in the next few minutes about how to take SQ3R notes.